Yeah. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Kevin Cameron of Pittsburgh's DSEN and Soul Take Pittsburgh Sports Talk Show that comes to you every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Check us out. Put that on your schedule. You do not want to miss it. We have fun every Tuesday, and you'll love what we bring to you. Now, we cover Pittsburgh sports, and what a day, what a day, what a day in Pittsburgh sports. Yes, indeed. It went down what has been speculated for many months. The possibility of the Steelers' best offensive player being traded. George Pickens is on the move. The Steelers decided to trade him to the Cowboys. So he will go to Dallas along with a 2027 sixth-round pick. The Steelers will get a 2026 third-round pick and a 2027 fifth-rounder. How do you feel about the trade? We want to know. There is a poll out there on our YouTube channel for you to let us know how you feel about the trade. George Pickens, the reason there was speculation, he's been a troubled wide receiver for many reasons that I'll get into briefly during this video. But a lot of Steeler fans wanted Pickens gone. And for those fans, well, you got your wish. He's gone. The question now is, what's the plan moving forward at wide receiver? Better yet, what's the plan moving forward at quarterback? We know that there's a possibility that Aaron Rodgers will sign with the Steelers, but we don't know for sure. So there's two huge plans that need to be put in place. And a lot of Steeler fans are frustrated with this offseason. They're frustrated. They're saying, what are we doing? We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. We shouldn't be waiting around for a 41-year-old quarterback. It doesn't matter that he's a Hall of Famer. We shouldn't do it. We should be in a better place. And now we have this trade that came down this morning, as I indicated, trading the best offensive player on the team. But my thoughts are give the Steelers time. You know why? Because minicamp has not started yet. That starts June 10th, and training camp doesn't start until the end of July. So there's time. There's time to make some moves. The Steelers GM, Omar Khan, has to feel some pressure to get some offensive talent at wide receiver and have a solid plan at quarterback. So let's see what happens. As I indicated, there's time. So we'll sit back and see what happens. Now, one of the things I wanted to point out that I'm hearing thrown around by some national reporters, maybe even some local reporters, about the Steelers possibly tanking in 2025. I don't want to hear that. That will not happen. That is not the Steelers' way. If you know the Steelers, that is not the way they go about their business. So I don't want to hear that. But regarding Pickens, we should have seen the signs that he was on his way out. And I'm not just talking about things such as being late for meetings or games, stopping on routes, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, etc. I'm talking about the things that happened since the last game was played, that playoff game in Baltimore. Post game, he was asked if he were optimistic about the Steelers' offense going forward, and he said, nah. And it raised my eyebrows. I'm not sure if it did for you. Number two, the Steelers signed DK Metcalf for 5 years, $150 million with $60 million guaranteed. Now, you should know the Steelers aren't going to pay two top wide receivers top money. George Pickens was going into the last year of his contract. They weren't going to do it. It was just a matter of time. Now, I was hoping he would be able to play out the last year of the contract, him and having DK Metcalf, him being motivated because he would look for big payday, not with the Steelers, but with another team if he balled out. The third thing that we should have seen as a reason for Pickens to be out, when Aaron Rodgers considered joining the Steelers, he didn't contact George Pickens. He contacted DK Metcalf. And he said, hey, where do you work out? I want to work out with you. And he went to work out with DK Metcalf. He didn't ask George Pickens to come along. So we should have seen this coming. So this is where the Steelers are now. DK Metcalf is on the roster. The rest of the group, the wide receiver group, Calvin Austin III, Roman Wilson in his second year, trying to get on the field. He couldn't get on the field last year because of injuries and other reasons. Robert Woods, who the Steelers just acquired, Ben Skoranek, who pretty much is just a special teams player, and Scotty Miller. So the Steelers are in the same position as they were last year going into the season, needing a bona fide number 2 wide receiver. Some other options, the Steelers could make another trade or sign a receiver that's not signed right now. Let me give you a name that you should recognize. Gabe Davis, who used to play for Buffalo, signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3-year deal, I believe, and only played 1 year. He had a knee injury, and he was only able to catch 20 balls for 239 yards and 2 touchdowns last year. But the previous 4 years with Buffalo, he balled out. He had 2,730 receiving yards and 27 touchdowns. So I believe this guy, Gabe Davis, to bounce back. As well as keep in mind, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin and Buffalo Bills head coach Sean McDermott are really good friends. So Sean McDermott should be able to really give Mike Tomlin some insightful information when it comes to Gabe Davis. So we need to continue to watch if he's a possibility as well as some of the other wide receivers out there. But the Steelers are not done. Trust me, they are not done. I believe Omar Khan is an aggressive GM. Yeah, I do believe they're looking to stack some draft picks for the 2026 draft that will be here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to go for that franchise quarterback. But the Steelers will not tank, and they will look for a bona fide number 2 wide receiver. So continue to listen to our YouTube channel, Pittsburgh's DSEN, for the latest on the Steelers and Pittsburgh sports. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn the notification on as well to make sure that you get all the alerts for when we post information on Pittsburgh sports and the Steelers specifically. Also, listen to our 24/7 radio station at pghdsen.com for soulful music, Pittsburgh sports talk, and lifestyle programming. We bring the soul 24/7. So we want you to be a regular listener on our radio platform as well. But as far as the George Pickens trade and the Steelers making move, there's still time, Steeler fans. There's still time. So let's see what happens. Everyone, take care.